Today we are going to discuss about one of the most important topic, and even if you are new to this playlist, you can directly watch this video. It would be completely new. So we'll try to understand in FHIR how different resources are interconnected. For example, if we have a patient, practitioner, doctor, and different types of resources, how they are interconnected and how we are going to use it with very basic steps. Okay. So as we know, for each and every video, we'll try to create a problem before trying to do anything. So here the problem would be I'll directly go to FHIR resource. You can directly type FHIR and you can click on the second link. And you might have seen in multiple videos. Okay, the first link. So you might have seen in the multiple videos, we have different type of patient resources. Sorry, different types of resource in FHIR, like it might be patient and everything. These are all the types of resources, how they are interconnected. For example, if we open something known as patient over here, we have an resource type, and if we open something like practitioner, yeah, when I do control P, we got the practitioner. Perfect, we have one type of resource, and each and every resource has a different structure, but how they are interconnected is very important to learn. So if we go back, for example, we have a practitioner. For example, think he's a doctor, and you can see there's a doctor and a patient over here. In HL7, generally we have all the details like PID, EVN, and etc., which have all the details of doctor, patients, and everything. But in FHIR, we have something known as resource types. Okay, so if we talk specifically about resource type, RSOURC, perfect. Yeah, we have something known as separate resource for the patient, separate resource for the practitioner, and separate resource for scheduling. So each and every resource has its own details about the patient, or own details of the practitioner and scheduling. It's not similar like HL7. So how these are connected? For example, if we are sending an HL7 message, we have practitioner details, patient details, and the event details, like whether the scheduling is happening or not, and different types of HL7 messages have different types of scenarios. But in FHIR, we have only resource types, and each and every resource type is individually designed like patient, practitioner, and scheduling. If you go to Google, you can see each and every resource type is individually designed, how they are going to link with each other. Okay, how they are going to interlink. For example, if a patient needs to book an appointment with the doctor, how the patient resource is going to contact with the doctor, and if a doctor has its own calendar, something like this, how these three resource types are going to interconnect with each other. So we need to know how the FHIR JSONs interact with each other, how they call the APIs. At first point, we need to know how these three types can interact with each other. So we can go to one of our resource type. For example, you can see this is a patient resource type. Okay, if you scroll down, you can see there is an option. Okay, it's referencing to the organization resource type. There's another option over here. It's nothing but it's referencing the practitioner, means the doctor which the patient is going to do it. So in a single patient resource type, there are like multiple interlinked resource types, means this resource type can interact with all this resource with the link over here. If you click on general practitioner, you might land something the page over here like this. So even in the practitioner, you can see the link over here, the issuer, the organization. So every resource is interlinked. Now we have one of the important website where we can design all of things easily and create a JSON XML formats. For example, if you have a JSON format, how this is being created. You don't need to create manually. If you are an FHIR developer or FHIR resource, you don't need to type everything manually. Everything will be done automatically in the background, so no worries at all. You just need to know how these resource types interact with each other. So for that, we have a website. You can directly type clinFHIR. Okay, you can open this first link. While you open it, you have a lot of details over here. Don't get confused. What we can do, graph builder 2. You can select this part and start designing the graph. And it's very easy. What I'll do, go ahead and create a new project, and what you can call patient scheduling. system. Okay, you can call something like this. Means a patient is trying to book appointment to the doctor, and description, whatever you want to give, I'll give it as tutorials. And yep, if selected, the product will support multiple views. Yep, if you want to select, you can select. And yeah, we are using R4 server. What is R4 base server? If you watch my previous videos, you will understand. This is the API we are generally calling, and we are using it as a source. And I'll create save. Perfect. The patient scheduling system has been created. I'll click on it. Once I click, I don't have anything in the graph. I need to add a resource instance. Okay. I'll click over here and I am going to add a patient resource. For example, he is a patient, right? I'm going to add a patient resource. I'll type patient. Perfect. After typing, what shall we call the patient name? For example, I keep it as something like mm, Ronaldo as a patient. Okay. And whatever details you want to enter, you can enter it. That's not a problem. I'll click on save. Perfect. Our patient resource has been created. Now, what is the next part? We need to create a practitioner resource, right? That's good. And add a new resource instance. You can go ahead on the top right corner, click on practitioner. So over here, type practitioner. You can click on practitioner. Again, what you want to name, I'm naming it as Messi. It's a very short name, so I would love to name. Click save. Perfect. So if you click on any individual resource, you don't have like anything like any JSON links or any JSON formats or anything. So even if you click on patient, you can see details in view, resource, like what all the details are in the patient. For example, if you go to the patient resource over here, okay, it was, yeah, you have all the details. So similarly, you have all the basic details over here. That's good. And you have references, as I said, right? The patient resource is going to reference the general practitioner, organization, everything. Yeah, if we go back to our patient resource, you can see it is going to reference the general practitioner, managing organization. So everything has been designed in this particular website. So you don't need to worry. Resource content, you can see if you click on here and try to refresh, automatically the basic JSON format has been created for the patient. But there's just an ID of a patient. We don't have any details in it. So it's not showing all the details, something like this, which we view over here. For example, if we click here, we have a lot of details because all the details have been filled. So over here, we haven't entered any details, just we entered it as a patient and Ronaldo. That's good. Now we have a patient and a practitioner Messi, how they are going to interact with each other. It's very simple. Either you can click on Messi or you click on Ronaldo. So I'm going to click on Ronaldo. Details in view. You can see potential references means this patient has a reference which can be done to a general practitioner because we already added a practitioner here. Similarly, you can see here, right? The patient can reference a general practitioner means it can link, means it can contact that particular resource type. If we go back, what I'll do, I'll add reference. See, automatically the patient is able to contact with Messi, who is a doctor. Okay, we call them as a patient and a doctor. That's perfect. Now we made like a contact with patient and doctor. But a patient and doctor need to book an appointment. For example, even if we reach out to doctor, the patient needs to book an appointment with the doctor. How will the patient know about the doctor's details, about the calendar of doctor, and how will doctor acknowledge that? For that, nothing. You go here, you go and add a new resource, and you need to know the doctor's calendar. So for that, you need to know what is the schedule of the doctor. For that, you need to know the resource type schedule. If we type SCH, we got it over here. I'll click on it and I'll say Monday schedule. Okay. And I'll click it over here. Now, these three are not interlinked. Just patient is able to reach out to Messi, but not his calendar or anything. This is the Monday schedule of the doctor. What I will do when I click on the schedule, you can click on anything. You can click on patient or doctor, but what I'll do, I'll click on schedule. When I'll click on schedule, automatically it shows the reference, potential reference means this particular resource type can be used by whether the doctor or the patient. So over here you can see the patient and the practitioner. I'll click on the schedule and I'll add a reference to the patient so the patient will know about the doctor's schedule. Automatically there's an interlink between the schedule of the patient, schedule and the patient. But even the doctor should know a schedule, right? There might be like multiple people will be booking a slots. Even the doctor should know a schedule. For example, if I click on schedule, I'll even add a practitioner. Now this is a perfect interlink. First, the patient will try to know the doctor's schedule. Even if the doctor has multiple other patients, they will also use the schedule. For example, I'll create another patient to avoid confusion. Then, yep, I'll add a new resource. You can add multiple resource. That's not a problem. I'll add another patient name as Sachin. Perfect. Now I'll click on Sachin and I'll click, uh, okay, perfect. I'll add a reference over here from schedule. Now even Sachin can interact with the practitioner like doctor schedule. Even Ronaldo can interact with the doctor schedule, and depending upon the availability, they will book it. For example, if Sachin has booked Monday 9 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'll take it as Sachin, and for Monday 9 to 10 a.m. automatically for patient Ronaldo in the schedule he cannot see from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. After 10 a.m. he can see. So what does patient Ronaldo sees the rest of the time? So what he will do, he will book a slot after 10 a.m. So it can be 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You got my point, right? What I'm trying to explain in very layman terms. So that's how the resources will interact in FHIR. So we'll keep on calling the APIs like for example we are using the FHIR R4 base over here, but in real time individual organizations have their own FHIR servers and the APIs keep on interacting with them and they'll keep on booking the appointment. So this is one of the very basic thing which I want to show you, but we can create a lot of complex designs. Now the important point, where is the JSON? Where is the JSON for all this particular resource types interacting with each other? Over here you can see even after booking a schedule, the patient should interact with the practitioner, right? I can add that interaction. Perfect. So yeah, oh, everyone is interacting with everyone, even the doctor's schedule. That looks good. Now, where is the JSON? How this is going to interact? In the previous videos, we have seen that we are using Insomnia and calling the FHIR server trying to interact. So to interact or post any details, we need to have a body and everything, something like this, right? So where is that body? The thing is like it's very simple. You go to JSON links. Already the body has been generated for Messi, Ronaldo, Sachin, and everything. So you just copy it. Even you have the ID and everything. Just copy and paste it. That's it, right? It's very simple. And you can check all of the details, how this has been like interlinked. For example, the schedule has been used by Ronaldo, Messi, and Sachin. So everything is interlinked. Ronaldo is interacting with Messi the doctor, Sachin is interacting with the Messi the doctor, even the content. What you can do when you can update JSON every time. It's not like this would be the mandatory. You can update JSON whatever schedule you are working with, and you can audit a lot of other options are available. You can even create a bundle from this. So how we are going to create a bundle is our final target. For example, if we go to content, right, we cannot paste this individual JSON. We want to paste it as a bundle. For example, Sachin has this particular JSON, Messi has this particular JSON. I don't want this. I want everything to be pasted at once to a server. For example, if I'm going to copy this JSON and trying to paste it in the body over here, I don't want to do that. Okay, I want everything to be pasted. For this particular JSON format, we only have the practitioner details. What I can do, I'll go to JSON bundles and I'll create build a bundle. Perfect, right? We have all the details, the practitioner, the reference and everything. You can copy this and directly paste If you are new to Insomnia, please watch my previous videos or any other YouTube tutorial. It would be very easy. For example, I'll go to new post over here, new request. Oh, this thing has already done. Not a problem. Yep, I'm selecting a new post request, which is already this particular happy server, and I'm going to paste this bundle over here. Remember, we'll be doing a small mistake over here. I'll just send it. You can see it's a bad request because we shouldn't supposed to post a bundle without creating any patient details before. So what we can do, you can, for the reference, I'm just doing it. You can create a resource type as patient and send it. Automatically, for this particular ID, in the FHIR server, this particular details have been added. So 201 has been successfully created for this particular ID. I'll copy this ID. That's not a problem. And we can paste it over here. I'll enter, okay, details about patient, practitioner, and scheduling. Perfect, not a problem. Now, without any confusion, we'll see whether this ID has been created or not. You can directly search this ID in the Google. It should be there. For example, I will copy this. Okay, I'll go to Google. I'll paste this over here. In the ID place, what I'll do, I'll go to this particular ID. I'll copy and I'll check in the server whether this has been created or not. When I click OK, see this has been created. The response body we got HTTP 200 is okay. So that's how each and every resource type will be interacting with other resources, and how we can actually design multiple patient resource or like any other resource type in FHIR interacting. You can play with multiple resource type. For example, you have like lot of resource available in FHIR. You can play how they are going to interact with each other. If you click on any random resource, that should have a reference resource. For example, you can see how this has been referred to other resource. So all these points are nothing but reference resources. So that's how I will end the session. Before closing this, you might ask, where is the name of the patient Messi? Where is the name of patient Sachin? Where is the practitioner? Where are all the details? So if you want to know clearly how that's going to work, you can watch a few of my videos from how to post a particular resource. For example, we posted like Sachin, Serena, Roger, and what are the error codes, how to update any particular patient details. So we have a lot of content in other videos. You can refer that videos. To avoid any confusion, I'm just asking you can go through if you haven't done. But that's how we are going to use clinFHIR server, and how we are actually trying to build connections between different. It's very easy. If we do in a graphical way, it's very easy. But if you are trying to understand only the JSON formats, right? Generally in other tutorials, we will see it's very difficult. So always try to use clinFHIR.com and try to build a different resource in real time. It would be very easy. Thank you. I hope you got some different knowledge in this video comparing to all the previous videos.